I do like SpongeBob SquarePants. I knew that it is one of the popular cartoons around the world, but I can't decide which is my favorite show, even him. But you know one of the episodes on season 8, Are You Happy Now? It's about Squidward being depressed that he can't find his happiest memory. But what if there is an alternate version of it? It was a sunny afternoon, I was looking for SpongeBob cartoons to watch on YouTube, until I found a bonus. It was a playlist full of unlisted projects, some are incomplete, some are alternate. Even the Are You Happy Now? Episode. I got curious that I clicked on it. But before it started, a warning came up that said, this alternate version you're about to see contains depressing content. This video might make you cry, and is too depressing for fans who enjoy SpongeBob SquarePants. Viewer discretion is advised. Uh-oh, I said. The video then started with a title card, but there is something different. The title was called Squidward's Happiest Memory instead of Are You Happy Now? The title card's background was also different. Instead of having smiley faces that resemble Squidward across the cyan background, the background was yellow and it had multiple birthday numbers in the background. Despite the title card difference, it still played the same music. The episode started pretty normal, but there are differences. Instead of growling due to being annoyed by SpongeBob's book, Squidward looked gloomy and sighed sadly. Instead of accidentally dropping the book on the grill, Squidward gives it to SpongeBob. Then, things were same again, but when Squidward went home, he looked more sad and said in a sad tone, I might as well go to bed for 100 years or so. Wake me when I'm dead. And then rolled under his bed while quietly sobbing. His sobbing sounded realistic or acting out as if his actor Roger Bumpass sounds depressed. 2 weeks later, SpongeBob has worried that Squidward haven't left home yet, but he heard Squidward's crying, which is making him cry, but he tries not to by wiping his tears. Squidward was seen baking something. He said in a sadder tone, I just can't seem to get happy, and tried not to cry. In the original, Squidward baked brownies, which is burned. In this version, he baked a cake, which is also burned. Not just that, he also putted 3 candles on it. Also, Squidward was also seen with a rope. In the original we all seen, Squidward pulls up a rope which is revealed to have a birdcage tied to it. However, in this version that I saw, the scene went different. After Squidward said maybe this will help, he sticks his head on a rope and swings it, but he fell down due to the rope ripped out and cried in mixed pain and sorrow. Then, he gets up, and said, that's it. I will live in a cave whenever I want. He then jumps out of the window and runs away. SpongeBob broke down the door and didn't see Squidward. Squidward? Where are you? Said SpongeBob. The camera cuts to Squidward running to a cave. He finally gets it. This is it. The cave? Exclaims Squidward as he gets into the cave. He climbs on the bump of the ground and sleeps on it. Suddenly, SpongeBob, Patrick and Sandy went to the cave to see Squidward. Fortunately, they saw Squidward and go to him. Squidward! Wake up! Yelled SpongeBob. Squidward woke up and said, where was I? We've been looking for you. We've been worried about your behavior? Said SpongeBob. Yeah. This has gone all rowdy on you. Said Sandy. So, to cheer you up, I decided to give you a flower. Said SpongeBob and gave Squidward a flower. Here you go. Squidward took the flower, started to let his tears out. He said in a sadder tone, instead of an angry tone, you don't seem to understand. I want a happiest memory. Squidward broke down crying while hugging SpongeBob. He was hugging him tightly as if he wants to be with him until he dies. He also started sobbing heavily, not like his original character but sounded realistic. Don't worry, Squidward. We'll be there for you. Said SpongeBob, while wiping Squidward's tears. But why can't you find the happiest memory? Asked Sandy. Well, Squeam Fancy Sin is the one that depressed me. If I find it, I can finally be happy. Said Squidward. Who's Squeam? Asked Patrick. Squidward angrily looks at Patrick while holding a picture of Squeam and then he started crying. Just take a look. Look at what he has done to me. Ha ha ha. He was right. But who is Squeam? Asked Patrick again. Squeam is an arrogant rich snob of a money-grubbing rich man. I met him 4 years ago when he saw me first time and called me a misfit. Said Squidward. "I'll be back," said SpongeBob and walks out of the cave.